Oh, you
For real. You too. You too. Hey y'all. Hey everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us. It wasn't Mickey's fault.
I'm like, I'm super excited to talk with you because I have missed you. I really have. And I found you on social media. I was super excited. I'm like, hey, yeah. So I reached out. Oh yeah, I enjoy your music. I told you I played you all through my pregnancy with my daughter, right? And I told
For daughter?
I only
I'm
have the
sorry.
one. Yeah.
Oh, you only have one daughter, huh? Oh yeah, she is something else. I remember. Do you remember seeing me? I wasn't singing then. You had performed at what was the name of that place in Hollywood? We used to no, not the Roxy. It was like a club thing. Club 2. Huh? No, you going way back. Okay, so this was like, okay, hold on. Like maybe 2010, 2011, 20. Nah, girl. Anyway, your daughter was there, your son was there, you performed. I got on stage. I hadn't been on stage in forever. So I just impromptu got up there and started doing some time stuff, being a rock star, being wild. But then that you were there that night, so I hadn't seen you in forever. And so that was that was just a little. I don't know if you remember, so you don't remember it, girl. Whatever.
Thank you so much though.
Oh, I know. I love
I
that.
play my
And
records. I still, get into my I love the way you love me, man. That's my stuff. Yes.
is I think about the life I lived. You're throwing away. Oh, that's my ish.
It meant a lot to me. That's I'm into that right now. I'm like the Abby Lincoln and
Haven't heard Mickey's rendition of it. It is so good. It's so good. Okay, let me tell you how I know that because I've been a student, Mickey, since I had gotten out of the business. I started taking vocal lessons, dance lessons, all this stuff. So I had to learn Abby Lincoln. And I was thinking about performing it. And then you recorded it. I'm like, oh my God. Talking about, I saw the video was so cute. It was just a dope video and you sound incredible. So I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Like, we ain't gonna touch that.
I hope that one day somebody re-records Superwoman like they have. That's why we do it, so that it perpetuates through generation after generation. And I always consider you like a generation, behind me because I'm quite a bit older than you. And I always call you baby sis because you did so many things that reminded me of myself, things that I would like to have done. And even right now, I live a little vicariously through you when I see you doing your shows and dressing up and one thing I really, really, really like, I love your interior decorating.
Yes. Look,
I
first of
like
all,
that.
wow, being a Libra girl, we love beautiful things, and you know that. So when I left the business, I didn't really mean to leave the business. I didn't know I was going to walk away and not come back 18 years later. Trust, because I wouldn't have did that. I ain't crazy. So, but yeah, so I was like, what can I do that's still I only have, I only went to, I didn't go to college. I went to high school, graduated. So I was like, what can I do? So I know I loved interiors. And my mother always was doing, changing our homes and just, we lived in the hood, but she had her pieces. You understand her French provincial pieces. And so anyway, so I just, after Terry and I, we had built a house, Terry Lewis and I, we were married. So I got the bug then. And then when I left the business, that's what I started doing, girl. I was flipping homes and it was so satisfying. I found that I love taking something that's like maybe ugly because these were homes that were distressed, foreclosure, and then just I could see the beauty in them. And I think I'm like that with my friends, just people. I love the underdog. So I love that about me. I think so that kind of transcended into my even just like I said through interior design and all that. And it was really cool to do that, and see something go from ugly to beautiful. So, but anyway, thank you. Mhm.
Former space, and I was like, no, I really like that. That's really elegant. Oh, that's a real gift. I'm like, and I kept up with a couple of posts that you made regarding that, and that was super great. Then the fashion started coming. Now you've always been a fashion icon, you know. Yeah. And I'm
Wait a
having a
minute.
ball. I'm like, give me those pants. I need that
I
top.
know. Me tell you, I'm just like a whole fashion. I'm just fell in love again because I'm obsessed with color. So I used to wear, I mean, it was like everything black, just that was the era. Yeah, I mean, but just like it because it's like a uniform and you can wear it a lot and people don't really remember. Like you can wear that black and it's like, you wear it all kind of ways, right? Whereas if you wear color, it's like they remember. So I was like, financially, I was like, I'm ready for color. But Tracy Ellis Ross has really got me in my bag, girl. And it's just like art. Oh yeah, she's so sick. And it's just I look at it like art now and it's like mixing textures and I realized that it really helped me even with the interior design understanding about color because it's like it takes us like the way Tracy puts together stuff, you're like how does that even go together? You know what I mean? But I'm having a good time, girl. And I look, y'all gotta follow me because I'm posting these in my stories. I don't be letting y'all go. I don't be doing it too much on the main page. All the juicy stuff. You gotta be a real Karen White follower. It's in the stories.
So why did you leave the business?
Let's talk about that. I went through a terrible time in my life. I had everything I could have ever wanted, right? Beautiful home, husband, career great. And I just, wasn't fulfilled spiritually. It was just like I was off. I was like, what is it? I guess so. Terry and I got a divorce, and, to say that, we both just kind of went our own paths, and it's nothing, we don't hate each other or anything like that, but we just, kind of went through a tough time and couldn't get it back together. But you know, you were talking about why did I leave the business? Yeah, so then it kind of turned into like me getting myself together, getting away from the business because you don't want to fall apart in front of the world, right? It's like, see that part, right? See, I was like, nah, because divorce is like a death. And my mother was dying at the same time. So I was like, two deaths at once. I can't. So I stepped back and, eventually that turned into 18 years. 18 years, girl.
At least you had the good, sense and wherewithal to do that, and just get yourself together because I'm so excited to see you, and so are so many people. And I hate, I don't want to say come back or come forward or, but just, yeah, but it's just great, and you're in a great shape, and you're very encouraging. You know what I'm saying? You look the exact same, and doing your dancing and everything, and it's all good. I told you earlier, I complimented you on your team and you always give your props to the people that are working with you. And something I did not know was that you have a movie on Tubi. I didn't know that.
Michael Norfleet. Yeah, I was in a band that he put together. It was called Legacy. I don't know if you remember Legacy. And what the drummer from Switch, Jody Sims, he was the one who put together. He was the manager of the band. I got in. I was the Vanetta. I don't know. Do you know Vanetta? Vanetta, I forgot last name. Damn, I can't think about it. Anyway, I started at 16, and then, Jeff Lorber, O'Brien, went on the road with O'Brien and Cameo. And I just don't think, and then at 18, signed to Warner Brothers. Just my life it happened really fast and young. So I needed to really just step away, become the woman, the superwoman, because I couldn't. I'm singing a song that I'm not really even. I'm not that girl. I haven't lived enough life to even say that I even know what it means. You know what I'm saying? So stepping away, I was able to really just get my mindset together, by just be appreciative, be thankful, understanding that I'm doing this for love and not power. Because when you're young, how you just think you're the shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a gift. You understand? And so, not that I just was arrogant, but it just comes with youth. You know what I mean? We don't know. We're finding our way through it. And these labels put us out there, girl, with no what is it called? No training, no on the job. It's like on the job training, because we got to learn how to navigate, how to communicate, we're in a business, right? We're actually selling ourselves. We're going out here meeting people. And if we come off wrong, they're looking at us crazy, like we don't like her. She had an attitude. Nobody's teaching you.
To deal with it, right?
More equipped, like I said, and just gratitude. So, you coming back, having to prove, does she still have it? How does she look? How does she sound? All these things. And it's just like, I just really appreciate everything because it happened so fast before. So now I'm like, oh, this is this is the real grind coming back. But I'm having fun because, like I said, I love my fans, and I didn't even realize how much the music, these what we call an evergreen, and you got a lot of them. You know what I'm talking about? They last, and so when you come back 18 years later, and then you see the effect that the music still has on people. And it's not that they don't have, because you know how our folks are, they're on to the next, hey, whoever's the next hot thing. But when you have the right songs, and when you have the people that they grew up on your music, you can't replace that with these artists. You understand? Because you're a timeline. And that's what I realized. It's like you're a timeline, and you're in their life. They associate memories with you, right?
Oh, like your Superwoman all the way through. I remember stopping to get because I really wanted chipped ice, and I wouldn't get out the car until the song went off. So
Oh,
it was,
wow. So you were going through your little, probably, were you feeling appreciated then?
I was, I just wanted to enjoy myself, and I did. And those records were good records for me. I told you, it brings memories when I hear them. So I get it.
Say that you were such an incredible, I mean, your inspiration to me, your beauty, your grace, your vocals, your soul, your grit, seeing you overcome what you've overcome, and your best friends with Shaka. Look, girl, no, really, I'm so, I just want to let you know, thank you for paving the way for us to come up after you, because it's the same thing with us. And you see Rihanna and all these girls, it's like we paved the way for them. And I want to thank you because you are the blueprint, girl. You know that, right? Yeah, yeah. It's called Gale in the Storm. It's loosely based on my life. I co-directed it. No, co-wrote it. My partner Derek Muhammad and manager, he directed it. We worked with some young students here at Morehouse. They had won some awards, and it's about a legendary funk singer. So this, you got to listen to this soundtrack, Mickey. I'm gonna send it to you. It's so in your bag. It's the '70s, just gritty, just it's dope. So that's the yeah, that's the era we pulled from. It's about a legendary funk singer like a Shaka Khan. She steps away from the business at the height of her career. She hooks up with a revolutionary music producer, and he tries to get her back into the game. Like, who does that sound like? It's loosely based on my life, loosely, but yeah.
Very loosely.
Yeah, it's really, it was so dope because I work with DOA. I don't know. Do you know DOA, Alan? He's a producer. I call him my Quincy Jones. He's a secret weapon. You definitely got to hook up with DOA. He's bad. Oh yeah, and he's had some number one hits just recently with Kim and Joe, but he's the one who did the soundtrack. You're gonna love the soundtrack when you hear it because, like I said, he's able to. You know how we can talk about producers and they have a sound. You know how Ellie and Faith have a sound. Gamble and Huff. But even yeah, one thing about Derek, he's like Quincy. You know how Quincy could take on any artist and you don't really hear the sound. You hear just the great music, but he has the talent of a Quincy. So, and speaking about that, we're actually in the studio right now. Girl, I finally got the bug. I've been waiting. Woo! It calls you. Saying that itch that you just, that creativity that God just, I'm just so thankful. You hope it comes, you know what I mean? And so I've been writing some really great songs, and this direction is very, well, I don't know what to call it. Have you heard? I'm going to say some of the artists. I love Raphael Sadiq. So let's say for you, you like Solange when Cranes in the Sky? Have you heard that? Cranes in the Sky. Oh, girl, you got to hear that. So yeah, it's kind of like that. I don't know if you know. See, these are some of my new artists of today. What about Snow Allegra? Have you heard her? What the hell? What you mean you don't listen? You like what you listen to?
I'm on mine now. I'm like, I'm not into music.
Wow. And I know what you mean because when I was on mine, I didn't know nothing. I was corny as I'll get out. I didn't know what was going on. No, because I didn't know. I was like, I was listening to opera, girl. I was in a whole other
Else. I just yeah.
exactly because it's work when we listen, huh? It's work.
You know, I've reached this is your interview, but I've reached this stage where I'm like, okay, I am who I am. I did what I did. That was wonderful. That's great. I'm on to the next right now because I don't have a wherewithal for everything. Your 18 years, I had to hump through. It's your turn. Go on in there and knock them out. You know,
You're right. And see, that's another thing too, Mickey. Like you said, I'm coming back because like you said, I had my turn. And so that's where you are now. You're like, because I mean, do you feel like, and I love interviewing people, so don't get me wrong, because I just love giving people their flowers. So because when was your biopic done? That was what year?
2020.
Oh, okay. Okay. So do you kind of feel like after that, because I know you probably were really working there and then those times, huh?
Want to do it. I was done when that happened. You know, and they called me, and then I was okay. So then I, came back out to do, some other things to promote it, and then one thing leads to another, to another, to another, and now here we are. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done. Just like when Forrest Gump was running, and then he just said, that's it. I'm done. 4 grandchildren, and then and
For your family and your grandkids, and it's just you could really tell like it's about family for you, you know.
I'm enjoying. Well, I'm like, yeah, because like I said, you're a generation behind me. Like, you're still really young, you know, and it's a lot life in you.
plus 9. So this year, I'll be 60. I'll be 60 this year. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
girl. You look, and then I think I tell people, they always like, how you look so young? I was like, I left the business.
it cannot. It cannot. And I was speaking with Patti LaBelle, going back into the studio.
Wow. Wow. And she's, what is she, 80 what? Wow. Yeah. It's something how it really is something how the voice, the voice, our voice, people don't realize it changes, and I'm just so thankful that mine really like is really low now. And when I sang before, it was so high. But I think it was always low, but producers always produced me in my higher register. It was like when I did like Facts of Love with Jeff Lorber, it was really high. And then I think so when I did like the duet with Babyface, the love song, that was me using my lower register. And then now it's like really low. So, but my mother has a very low speaking voice. So that's really my natural timbre down here.
Yeah, I,
So,
I understand. I get that because when you have a
mhm,
good range, they always want you to sing at the top of it. And
right,
I have all these hit songs at the top of my range. And then I
girl.
have to do all of these shows and my range is not there sometimes.
Uh oh, you cutting out. Uh oh, can y'all hear? Uh oh, we can't hear.
High, but
Oh
you
yeah,
learn to
no,
live.
it ain't weird. Look, we expect it. Look, we just look. Some days, huh? But no, it's yeah. No, we know how to. I
Work it
know
out.
we know how to work it out, and y'all don't know. These are the tricks.
That's
Yeah,
why I
but
need some rest. I need to rest. And
yeah,
I
that's the
understand
best
that you
thing is the
rested
vocal.
and you had a life.
Yeah,
And now you have even more life to put into your music.
let me tell you about the good thing about that. But kids, don't try that at home because trust me, it was. I paid a heavy price for it. But I did leave, and I was a whole, I didn't care if you knew me. If you did, good, hey. But I wanted to be famous at the bank, girl. So I was doing so well with the real estate. I wasn't an agent, I was an investor. And I
Mhm.
really felt proud of myself because it was something that I can do on my own. I didn't have to have a producer. I didn't have to have another songwriter in there, band. So I felt very independent. I felt like I gained my power back. And so coming back, it's like I get it because this industry has totally changed and it's independent, right? So I look at the landscape and I'm like, wow, all you got to do is just do the work, and gather your fan base. Because it's like, I'm not trying to get everybody, I'm just trying to get the people. Find your own tribe. That's just how it is, right? Mickey, you got your tribe, I got my tribe. And I just want to just, love on them and be able to retire. This is where I'm at right now because I took that hiatus. I'm grateful. And I've been able to really tap into South Africa. They've really like I came back and I had no clue that I had a huge fan base over there. And so God is so good because he gave me South Africa when I was feeling so neglected in the States, right? When I was like, prove
Oh
yourself.
wow.
So it was just like they took me and embraced me. And it was like, thank you. I needed that. You know how we do it. We're still human. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah,
still like, it's like we want
we want to
love. We
matter.
we want to we want to matter. Everybody don't have to. We ain't Beyonce, but we matter. So yeah, and so that's one thing about they just appreciate our music. You too, they appreciate us more outside of the States. And that's just because we
Yeah,
have
I
so
can
much,
imagine.
Yeah, we have so much talent here. You know what I mean? In the States, and it's our national currency. So when we go there, it's like they really are
Well,
thankful and
and the
grateful.
culture, you get one culture when you go out of a country. It's one culture. In America, we have to perform for several cultures to like us. You know, we want the Russians to like us, the English to like us, the of course the African Americans to like us, the regular Africans. We want the everybody. It's a meshing. You got to appeal to so many cultures. But when you go to Japan, the whole place is Japanese,
Ah,
and it's one culture.
yes,
So
and that's
yeah, you
and
know.
I love going to the. That's the beauty to me. That's the fun part I did miss is the traveling for free. I missed that part, seeing the world, right? And yeah, so we are definitely blessed, and I feel like you got some stuff. We gonna have to do something together, Mickey. So don't retire yet.
It would be really, really super
Yeah,
good.
huh?
Girl,
Yeah, we should do something together. Wait,
I mean, I still have the music in me. I'd love to maybe write something with, or,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
or dig into your jazz section, because I don't think
Yes.
that people know enough about the fact that you do come from jazz, that you, the work that you did with Jeff Lober and all those people, and that you're very multi, all the genres. You sing in all the genres, and that's such a fun thing to do. You know, people say R&B, and I hate that because I'm like, no, she's not just R&B. She's like all of the genres, and I know you to be that. So it'd be really, really cool if we collaborated on something jazzy.
Yes, jazz would be really dope. And I'm really having a lot of fun with it because I'm just like it's it's so much about like you grew up. I was listening to an interview. I didn't realize that your mother was a vocalist and how this was you grew up in it, right? So you've been doing this forever too, huh?
Absolutely. Both my parents were gospel singers and very
Oh,
popular
both.
during the, yeah, they wasn't playing. My daddy, I used to love to hear him sing. And then, my great grandfather goes all the way back to vaudeville. It was just, it's just in my blood in that kind of way. And I
Wow.
don't, music has served me very, very well. I have enjoyed the entertainment industry, and I plan to do little things here and there that I enjoy. And then,
Gotcha.
I
You
am
know what?
tired.
Right, I got you, sis.
It
But
has been
what?
all
But
my
why didn't
life.
you? Wait, you got the Lifetime Achievement Award. I was hoping to see you. I got one as well last year with the R&B Society, and you had
I
a
was so very fun.
representative there. She was so sweet. How she got up and spoke for you, and then the group of Allure sang your songs. You should have. I'm sure you saw the footage. They were called. They were dressed like you with the tie, and the other person had the other look with the rose, and it was a beautiful tribute. So we missed you there. I was like,
Yeah.
dang it, what happened? You couldn't make it?
No, I couldn't make it. I had to film something. I was
Oh
filming some
yeah.
movie. So, and I
Oh,
only have a little teeny part, but it was that day, and I was
oh well, yeah. Oh
so.
wow, congratulations. Wow. I forgot
Oh,
that you've made you've made a few movie debuts, huh?
yeah, people like me to come in, walk through.
Oh wow. And then you play you played was it Billy? You played was
Bill
it
Holiday and
Billie
Malcolm X.
Holiday? Yeah, that was your probably one of your larger, biggest roles, right?
Yeah, that was really a lot of fun, and it was close to home because I was talking about her today in terms of I think she'd be happy that I am who I am, because it was a lot of the things that she was striving to be, and I take
Oh,
that like to heart, like I love it. So yeah, I love
wow.
to
Exactly. And you could tell like that, like you said, that really you're in tune with what that you've always wanted to be that, right? This, like you said, not just R&B. You've like, I am music, right?
I
And
wish
no,
I
you
was a
are.
jazz singer that got hoodwinked into singing R&B.
Oh, and I know your, what's his name? Augie. Augie. Yeah. Augie is the one who got you your deal, right?
No.
Oh, okay. But weren't you in a group with him?
Yeah, I was in a group called Side Effect with
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was I joined I was 16 years old.
Yes, okay. Because
Yeah.
I'm from LA, and I remember hearing about that, and just being, as we're all trying to do it. And I love those days. Don't you miss those days in LA, or do you? I do. When we were younger and trying to find it, and it just seemed like LA was just such a great place with full of magic. All these great producers and writers in the 80s, and it's just videos, and it was such a great time. Michael and Prince and Madonna, and we had all these different styles, Shaka and George Benson, and it was just such a diverse music scene back then. I miss the 80s.
Well, I was driving up to Hollywood today. In fact, we're in Hollywood now, and
Hmm.
I was saying it. And I was saying it to the fellas that how much fun. I said, "Oh, it was so fun in the 70s and 80s up here. All of this was going on, and that was going on." I was just saying that every time I get to Hollywood, I love Hollywood. I love it. I
Oh,
had a
I
great time.
know.
We did our showcases at the Roxy. I did we do
Yes.
yeah, and Whitney Houston, she did the showcase. We all used to do showcases at the Roxy, and we were too young to get in the Rainbow Room. It was just a wonderful thing. I had a good
I
time.
I
I had,
know that, and
yeah.
I mean, it's just not the same. But like I said, life.
Cause we older. It's the same for them 18-year
Oh, you
olds.
like no, like no, it's look, girl, it's popping. Look, it's popping out here. Look, let me talk to my.
Going to the Roosevelt Hotel for cocktails and swimming in the pool
Mm,
and trying to stay in Marilyn Monroe's suite. And it's just their turn. They're 18, 17, 22. It's different for
yeah,
us when we
without a
come now because
care, right?
yeah,
Without a
like we
care, huh?
were trying to put our foot in that door.
Yeah, we were trying to put our
You
foot in
know,
that door, man. And I remember being a background singer, so I used to sing a lot. um, Evan Rogers. I don't know if you've ever worked with him. Sturkin and Rogers. They started with. They had some stuff with Jeff Lorber. They actually signed. Evan signed Rihanna later on, but
oh
he used to
cool.
sing. Yeah, yeah. He used to sing Italian guy. He taught me how to sing background, and he used to work with Cindy Mizell and all the girls.
Oh wow, Cindy.
Yes, all the girls. So that was just such a great time. And I was so happy. So I used to sing background for LA and Face just on their stuff when I wasn't working. So I used to live in the Valley. I used to live in Studio City. And so I'd go over and, I'd sing on Johnny and on Bobby Brown and everybody that would come through there. So I remember being in the studio and just having all these groups in one room and, you know, Pebbles and Sherelle and, just the whole little gang. And it was a great time. I
It
really
was. I
miss
did the
that.
same thing with the Gap Band and
Oh,
oh my
what?
God. Oh yeah, we would be over at the Total Experience studio and whoever would come in there, I'd be like, I can sing. I can do the
I
background.
know.
Well, that's
And
how I got
so,
them.
and look, and those checks was good too.
Yeah,
The
they
background
were.
checks.
That's how we joined the union in 1976.
Ooh, oh
Yeah.
wow. Yes,
And
exactly.
got
Oh,
my driver's
76.
license that year. And I was 16. I sang on Roy Ayers, Billy Cobham, was deep into the jazz. David Oliver, oh gosh, Willie
Oh,
Bobo,
oh
Esther
wow.
Phillips.
Oh my.
That's what Wayne Henderson. That's where I got my, start.
Wow. And
So
so then
yeah, I don't think
when you signed with Sylvia Roan, like you said, you did more R&B, but really you were already doing jazz. And that was sort of like a
that's
something
how
I
I
just.
got to do imagination.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, she was like, she knew that I where I came from because she was around at that time and she was working at Buddha Records, you know,
Oh wow.
and then she went to Elektra Records and I was on Elektra when I joined the group Side Effect. So it's just been a big, wonderful circle for me my entire career, and that's one of the reasons I'm like, now let me do some other things that I am interested in doing. That
What
and
else
I
you want to
love
do?
watching.
What else you
I
want to
don't
do?
want to talk about it because it's so stupid. No, just
Ah, like I want to go to Disneyland. No, what you want to do, girl? What you want to do?
I just want to work. I want to work with children and build a facility for them. And I'm into my writing right now very deeply. I finished like 2 books, and I want to get them published. And stuff
Oh,
like that. I've
that's
been working on a
great.
film,
Oh, girl,
so
you got
stuff
a
like
lot
that.
going
Just keep.
on. Oh, so you're not, it's just, it's not that you're not in the entertainment. You're just doing, you're transferring that energy over here to where it's fun for you.
Yeah.
You're fun. It's fun over there for you to write and to do the movies and writing that. And that's what it was for me too. When I started acting, when I left, studying and training in LA, and I love the fact that it made me fearless. So coming back as a 40 something year old, not trying to please nobody, knowing who you are, and it's the best because you're not looking over to the left or to the right. You're just thankful for what you have, staying in your own lane and competing against you. You understand? Like,
Uh-huh.
it's so
I feel
good. Hmm.
it's exciting for me, and I don't have to worry about some of the things that I'm tired of worrying about because I've done it. I'm gonna do something else. That I'm not needed in that space. It's my girl is there. A lot of my good friends doing their thing. It's a wonderful time for me, and I think it's an equally wonderful time for you. And that's why I'm enjoying your everything you're
Resurgence.
doing. I'm enjoying vicariously resurgence. That's the word. Because I don't know, girl. Because there's never a return to anything. It's a coming forward. You
Got you.
know.
Oh, thank you. Okay, coming forward. So let's talk about my you called me a rock star. So I was like, "Oh, she gets me." You understand?
Yes, darling, you're a rock star. You're just you're on your way to being maybe even the Tina Turner thing. I'm telling you, keep going. Keep
Thank
going.
you.
Trust your people that are with you. You're doing the right thing. It looks good. It looks great. And you can tell you're focused. You know, just period. You keep your focus. I'm looking forward to all of the magical things that are coming from you. And I'm certainly, 100% behind you. And call me, girl, if you need something.
Oh, of course. You know what? Wait a minute. Let me tell this funny little story. So this was during COVID, right? And let me see if
Hmm.
you remember. Let's see if she'll remember this one, y'all. So I get a DM from Darius McQuarrie, and he's like, verses. We need to do a verses, and it needs to be between you and Mickey. I'm like, me and Mickey were both like, no.
What's wrong with you?
He put it in the thread. We were both like, no. We're like, that ain't, we're not even the same frequency. What the hell are you talking about? You know what I mean? I was like, you just putting anybody together. But we love you,
No,
Darius.
we're sisters in balancing. It's like this.
Hmm.
We do different. I have sung a song like your song. I don't know if I told them to write me a song like I Love the Way You Love Me, or they just wrote one because I keep hearing my song. What's this song? This guy keeps calling me lately, trying to tell me to leave all of it. Oh, Nothing in the World. I have this
Oh,
song, my first number one song. It was called Ain't Nothing in the World. And it's like your song. I
how
love the
does it go?
way you love. See,
How
I was like,
sing the hook? How does it go?
it's called Ain't Nothing in the World.
Right. How to sing it though? I'm trying to remember. Do you know?
I don't want to sing. Don't be making me. Y'all
Oh,
be always want me
okay,
to
don't
sing.
worry
I'm
about
so
it.
good.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to. So when was the first song released?
That was like 90, 90, 90. Yeah, that was
Oh,
90.
you
It's
were
the same record
90. I thought you came out, but you came out that came out in 90, but you came out in like
in the
86.
80s,
Right.
like
Oh, okay.
86, eighty
Oh, but
seven.
they were trying to give you, yeah. But you know what? The DNA of the way you love me is really hugging and squeezing. That's really Natalie. That whole
Oh, no, really?
I think so. Come on. When I think about you loving and I get excited for nothing like that. I'm gonna squeeze in. I'm talking about that whole rhythm. Da 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 did it, I did it. Oh. I'm thinking I was like,
Oh.
so I call it, look,
Yeah,
I call
yeah.
that my Natalie Cole song. I'm like,
I didn't
and
get
then
that from it, but now I do.
yeah, trust me. And even like my
You and
sister,
me, yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Of course, it's my
Well,
version of it. And then I'm thinking like when I do Rendezvous, I'll put When Doves Cry because I'm a big Prince fan, big Tina fan, big Michael fan, big Shaka fan. Um, so I'll put a lot of that Edge, James Brown, So I really surprise people because they come thinking Superwoman, but they kind of forget. I'm like, if you watch those videos, you already know like she's more than just that. And I kind of had a problem with that. I even worked with one of my favorite songs. Oh my God, was Michael Powell. I gotta let you hear it. It's called You Would Really Kill the Song. It's called Tears of Joy. And it's Michael Powell, Anita Baker's producer, and it's a beautiful
uh-huh.
ballad. A lot of people have sang it at their weddings, and it's just to be able to work with Michael Powell. I'm like, why didn't they release this damn song? We were too busy trying to be, how that time everybody wanted to be pop and crossover, and I did, but I feel like I paid a cost for that because it's like I had a lot of great, rich soul ballads on there. So it's like, but my fans want to hear that when they come to my show. They're like, oh, we're good on that, but play it. We want to hear them. We want to hear that medley of them ballads that that you had on there. And so that was kind of a cost I had
You
during
know,
the hmm during that
Whitney
time.
Houston, she
Yeah.
would complain about that.
Oh
Once you
yeah.
like become an established pop, excuse me, artist, especially in America, then they say you're not black enough and things like that. So yeah,
Right.
and then
But
you
that
you
was
have a
our
hard time.
era. That was that
Yeah,
era
I have this.
though. Go ahead,
It's
baby.
kind of like that with the jazz too, because I did all of those R&B and had the success. When I go into the jazz markets and things like that, they sort of don't take me seriously. I'm
Oh,
like, that's not
really?
fair. Yeah.
Oh, got you. So you were prejudiced they were on that side too, huh?
Oh,
Wow.
they're very snooty. The
Wow.
jazz, they're
So
very
they're
snooty.
very so I worked with Poogie Bell and I forgot Alex Landroni. We did a
Fuji.
Pookie. Yeah, we did yeah, they told me they work with you. So it was an all jazz, all-star jazz ensemble, and then I did something that was I think it was no 2 years ago. That was really cool. It was kind of scary. I was like, okay, you know, you know how it is. It's like jazz, you know, but it was cool. I was like, you started with Jeff Lorber, girl, like, and that was
Okay.
just yeah. I mean,
The
starting with
people, they don't
him.
even remember Jeff. I
I,
mean, they don't know all the fabulous musicians that played with Jeff Lorber.
shoot, oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was a wonderful set.
Yeah, and
That's a
Jeff
great group.
Lorber. I'm so like you said, and then you know who was in my band? We had Dave Koz was the sax player. He was in Jeff's band
Yeah,
at the same
fabulous
time as
and
me.
nice person. He's so
Yeah.
nice. I love
So
him.
you know how Dave is like energetic, right? And Karyn is energetic. So they were like, "Where's Jeff?" I was all over the stage. Dave was all over the stage, and he was probably like, "What in the world? Who is
He's
I
such
let
a
you?"
great. I wish I'd seen that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
that.
energy we love. I like, and you bring it on that stage. You bring it. I meant to have my boa thing so I could be like,
Oh yeah.
but
I forgot
I
you go with
forgot
it
it.
too.
But
And
yeah,
your
I
girl
know, no, I'm all for
Shaka.
you. That's for
Oh,
you.
really? Oh, your girl Shaka, I remember, yeah, we opened for her during Jeff Lorber. We did a tour and we opened for her and she was so gracious to talk to my mother and I never will forget it. My mother has passed and she was just being a big sister, just telling me what to look out for, telling my mother and just really making it a point. And these girls today, they don't really want to hear it though. Like
No, they don't think we know anything. They
they
just
don't think
well,
we know. I'm like,
you still look young and beautiful and can fit in with them. They see me, they see some older woman tell them. I'm like, listen, girl, I was fabulous. I was so beautiful. I couldn't walk in the room. Let me tell you
ooh,
what to do. Let me tell you how. And they don't listen. They don't listen. I say I had hits of success. They go back and then they maybe go, oh, yeah, you. But you know what? It's getting late. We got one more minute for our
oh, okay,
hour
we
recording.
did it. Okay, y'all. Well, thank you guys. No, I still dance my
We
butt
didn't get
off.
to ask any of the
Look,
questions.
somebody say, Karyn, you used to dance your butt off. Oh, I still dance my butt off.
She
Look,
do.
Look, y'all gotta catch me. And and I do it in these heels too, y'all. You see this?
Listen, Kieran,
6.5, baby.
she love it.
Crazy.
She be killing it. I saw her. Kieran, you gotta tell them where you're gonna be next, especially in Detroit. Detroit,
Oh,
show up.
oh yeah,
I love that
Detroit.
festival.
Lord. Yeah, I think it's the ribs and something. I don't even have the
Rib
dang
and
on
Soul
thing.
Festival. It sounds crazy, but it's a lot of fun.
Thank
I've done it a
you.
few times.
And look, no, Mickey, I haven't been to Detroit, so this will be my first time since I've
I
been
would
back.
love you.
So I'm so excited. So I'm that, and then I'm going to be doing the Funk Fest in what is that? Columbus, Ohio. That's going to be on August the I don't know, y'all. Check my look. I'm horrible right now. I'm so busy preparing. I was so nervous to talk to you, Mickey. I don't know why. I'm like, girl, just sit down. I'm like, it's just an artist talking to another artist, and I'm a fan too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Me
oh,
too.
you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be coming. Hey, who said come to Dallas? I know that's where my parents are from. I'll definitely be, going more places as we Mickey knows, it's a whole when it's your
You're
time, it's your
going
time.
everywhere. You're gonna be everywhere. I can't
Okay.
wait for you to come to LA. I'm coming.
Oh, I know. Thank you, Mickey. I gotta get in LA. LA. I'm like, I'm from LA. I'm like, y'all ain't got no love for Karyn White. Like, so anyway,
Yes, they do. It's
we
just
gotta
you
get
know
the
what I'm
right
gonna tell you.
promoter.
Yeah, you gotta get the right promoter and the right venue. And I'll text you a venue.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so
Yeah.
anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Mickey. You're
Put your
so
Insta. Tell them your Instagram and
yeah.
your
Karen
social
White.
media.
Yeah. What am I doing? My socials Karen White official, and it's on all platforms. And oh, you guys, so if you could sign up at KarenWhite.me. And you could see where my movie is, just all the things, Karen. Oh, because I was also going to be doing a fashion line. So that'll be coming out soon. I don't know if I'm going to do a line as opposed to just maybe a couple pieces. So sign up at KarenWhite.me, and it's KaryNWhite. Also, for you female entrepreneurs, I have a foundation. It's called the Karyn White Foundation. Go there and sign up because I'm always doing things and I want to have my first annual event, which I would love to have you, Mickey, to come to this event.
I would love to come.
Yay! Okay, yes. So we're going to be doing. I'm going to have a bunch of amazing women in all, not just the music industry, but just in business. Period. So sign up at KarenWhite.me if you're a female entrepreneur getting it in. Okay. We also do grants. So anyway, I love you, Mickey, and watch my movie on Tubi TV. Tubi TV. And I'm Gail Storms cussing out everybody, but that really
Hill
ain't Karen White.
Storms. Oh my God.
That really
That's
ain't
her
Karen
name,
White. That's
honey.
just Gail Storm. So don't get it twisted. And
We
it's
love
called
you and thank
Gail
you
and
so
the
much for
Storm.
coming on here and being patient with me.
Oh, girl, please. I get it. Look, and you were like, oh, I don't know either. I'm like, me neither. That's why I got Derek here. Like, help me, help me.
Hey, Derek, we love you, man.
Come say hi to Mickey. Come say hi. Hold
What
on.
up? The legendary Miki Howard. I seen you in Pittsburgh back in like 1990 or something like that.
And
In
what?
the 1900s,
Yeah,
child.
and you was cold. You was cold. So salute.
That's
Thank
Derek
you. And
Muhammad.
take care of our girl.
All
Oh,
right.
he is. Okay, love you. Bye bye.
See you
Thank
next
you
time.
guys for joining us, everybody. You guys have a beautiful evening. And shout out to my boy Donnell Cook. He was the first one on this live. Okay,
All
bye.
right, Danielle.